In this episode number 2, I will share with you about how to study for the TOEIC test. There are 4 things you need to consider when you study for the TOEIC test. The first thing is to buy TOEIC books. The second thing is to build your TOEIC skills slowly. And then you need to study a little every day. And finally, you need to study English grammar and business words. Now let's go to the first step. Buy TOEIC books. You need to buy a book that has TOEIC practice tests. The more practice tests, the better. You should have at least 8 full TOEIC tests. I recommend these following books for you. TOEIC Analyst. This is a very good TOEIC book with focused exercises on different grammatical topics, together with mini tests and complete practice tests. The second book is TOEIC Target. It has 6 complete practice tests. The next one is the Long-Main Preparation Series for the TOEIC test. This book offers you different levels from elementary to advanced, so you can choose the book that is suitable for your level. Next, Developing Skills for the TOEIC test. And finally, 600 essential words for the TOEIC tests. I also have some pictures here just to let you know clearly what the books are. So you see here there is TOEIC Analyst, TOEIC Target, the Long-Main Preparation Series for the TOEIC test, and this one is the introductory course. And then Developing Skills for the TOEIC test. And the last one is 600 essential words for the TOEIC. Now we go to step 2. Build your TOEIC skills slowly. Some of the methods I share will seem strange or slow at first. But just like riding a bike, you have to go slowly before you are able to go fast. So give yourself some time to build your TOEIC skills. If your English skill is low, start slowly. So, start by only taking one part of the test at a time, and remember to take a break between each part. For more difficult parts of the TOEIC, for example, the short talks, the part for listening, which is quite challenging for most test takers. So you should do only half a part at one time. Then take a 10-minute break before finishing that part. Later, you can do only 1 or 2 parts of the TOEIC, for example, question response or incomplete sentences. Then, still remember to take a 10-minute break. And then, do a full listening or reading section. So you go step by step, little by little, and your skills will improve day by day. Step 3. Study a little every day. And depending on your English language skills, you will want to practice taking TOEIC tests for 2 or 3 months before you take the actual test. But remember, don't study for the TOEIC more than 2 hours without taking a break. Also, don't study for the TOEIC more than 4 hours a day. You will need at least a month to learn the methods. Study at different times of the day, and as you get closer to the test day, begin to study at the same time of the day as your test. Step 4. Study grammar and business words. In addition to practicing the methods, you want to continually improve your knowledge of English grammar and business words. So, study the words in the book that I recommended to you in the previous section. The book Barron's 600 Essential Words for the TOEIC. So, you also need to study the following kinds of grammar. The first one is gerund and infinitives. Then the verb forms and the verb tenses. In this grammar point, try to focus on understanding how to use participles and forms such as have been and had been. Next, conditionals such as if and when. Auxiliary verbs such as have to, must, and should. Here you need to focus on understanding what makes each of these words different from the others. Subject-verb agreement. For example, you must use he talks, not he talk. Then participles. Participles are the verbs that become adjectives by adding ed or ing. Pronouns. Prepositions. There are many prepositions to learn in English, and sometimes it is quite difficult to remember the meanings and the situations where they are used, and also the differences between the prepositions. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are the verbs that have a preposition after them. And remember that the phrasal verbs have a very different meanings from the original verb, or we say the root verb. Conjunctions. When it comes to conjunctions, you need to focus on with conjunction. Which conjunctions come before a noun, or which conjunction that go with a clause, including a subject and a verb. Alright, so finally, my last advice for you is try to remember this. The more you study your mistake, the more your test-taking skills will improve. So don't be afraid of making mistakes at first.